Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to explain my Databricks certification experience of the exam. How was the exam? What type of questions were asked? The difficulty level and some of the important tips if you are planning to take this exam. And this video is not about the exam dumps, just only about the exam pattern, concepts, and the preparation strategy. So I hope you'll watch till the end. The agenda for today is firstly, I'll tell you the topics to study for the exam, and next, the format of the exam, the pass percentage, and common mistakes where we will get confused, and important and highlighted topics which are like definitely a question from the topic, and some of the example questions and or else related topics. Yes. Topics for the studying at the beginning. So when you go to the Databricks learning portal, you'll see the data engineering learning path. You'll see total of 8 particular videos. So four of them related to the associate exam, and the next four are for the professional certification. So now for the associate exam, our main focus is like which are the highlighted ones here. Data ingestion with like Connect, deploy workloads with Lakeflow jobs, build data pipelines with Lakeflow Spark declarative pipelines, DevOps essentials for data engineering. These are the topics which we required for this certification. Videos, there is also a documentation from the Databricks side. So it is official documentation which is very useful because all the things or all the options when we are, for example, when you're creating a table, all the options they will not cover in the videos. So you need to see which option is used to when while creating this kind of tables or this kind of for example images, you will use some other filter which will not there in the videos. So I think better you should also uh, have a look on the documentation part. To the exam format, the duration is 90 minutes and the question types are all mostly MCQs, and also like majority will be scenario based only. So you can take remotely or else you can just book a test center near you if it is available. And you'll get approximately 45 to 55 questions. I got around 52 questions and the passing score should be around 70. And here is the web link to schedule the exam. Yeah, when coming to pass percentage and common mistakes, the 70% percentage is not officially confirmed by Databricks. It's just an estimation, people who have already passed the exam. And the second major point is you should not focus on memorization the things. You should definitely understand the concept, how it is done, where it is used, what is the difference between this and this, when these are used. So it's very, very important to understand the concepts. The common mistakes to avoid. The first one is, which I mentioned earlier, skipping official documentation and relying only on videos. If you listen only to the videos and skip the documentation, definitely you'll miss some questions. You don't know where you have, when you are reading the question, for example, you don't know where you have listened that in the video. So definitely there are some questions from the documentation too. Second thing is ignoring exam keywords, missing terms like merge, time travel, autoloader, bronze, silver, gold. So you need to definitely understand when these are useful and the names of it. For example, the terms, where and when those are useful. Time management is very important. If you're just stuck in only one or two questions and you spend a lot of time there, so definitely you'll not manage the time. So time management is very important. And the last one, confusing similar concepts like clusters, medallion architecture like bronze, silver, and gold. uh, you will feel like you will understand everything, and you know when it is used, use it to when. But the question is like scenario based, which I mentioned earlier. You will see all the options are similar, so you're not sure exactly. So you just understand the concept very very clearly for this clusters especially. And high weight topics. The first one is Delta Lake, very high weight because you'll get a lot of questions from the Delta Lake. Acid transactions, time travel, merge, update and delete operations, delta versus parkware, etc. So definitely you will get each question from this, each acid, time travel, merge, definitely you will get, because it's a very very important topic. And the next one, Spark SQL and data frame. So you need to understand select, where, join, the syntaxes, group by, how to create a table and views. Major the basic syntax is definitely needed. Data ingestion, like how this batch load, incremental, streaming, how these are happening, and what is the basic syntax of it. For example, if I want to load a JSON file, what is the syntax from the Spark? How I can read the files with the JSON format. So definitely data ingestion is also an important topic. ETL pipelines, how the schema evolution is happening. What is the difference between schema evolution and schema enforcement? Bronze, silver, gold architectures, incremental data process using of these pipelines. Databricks jobs and workflows, like how we can create a job, how we can monitor, run, schedule the tasks or the jobs, how the scheduling will work. Databricks Lakehouse fundamentals, managed versus external tables. This is a very important topic. Here to know the concepts of the DevOps, how this is used in the Databricks, and how access control is working, like how to grant a permission to the particular team or a particular data analyst or a data engineer roles, and how to revoke the permission, who can give the access, and how to monitor the pipeline. So it's better to know these concepts also. Here are some example question topics which are very important, and you will get mostly 90% of the chance you will get this type of questions, like managed versus external tables. What's the difference between that, and when we are using the managed versus external tables? So they'll ask in a scenario based tricky way, but you need to get the difference to put in the exam. Cluster types and differences. This is very very important. You'll get a lot of questions from this topic. Batch versus streaming process, when to use this and how we're using this. Merge into, you'll get a compulsory question from this topic. Medallion architecture, like gold, silver and bronze, when to use. For example, if I want to load a raw data, which one I want to use. I want to perform aggregations, which layer I want to use. Access control, grant and revoke, which I mentioned earlier, how to give the access or revoke the access. Performance and compute, when to use the photon engine, auto scaling. So these are all questions mostly appear on a scenario based in the exam. So it's very important. And the final conclusion is we covered all the exam topics mostly. Focuses on high weight areas. Use videos and official documentations. So take some time, watch the videos carefully, do some practice. It's very important. And read the official documentation. Don't worry, you will clear the exam. So exam will be very easy. All the best.